We'll see. We'll see if I'm live. Where'd I put my phone at? I literally just had it. Oh well. We'll look on the ol' YouTube, the ol' YubTub. Just waiting for other people to show up. Maybe. Who knows? In the meantime, let me go to NerdSync Sidekick. Hey, look, I do see myself. That's pretty good. Hello. Oh, we've got actual people here. That's exciting, and I can see it in the chat. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay? The old YubTub. Well, I guess that answers that question. You can hear me. This is cool. This is cool. If you guys know this about me, I am so terrible at live streams. I'm just the worst at them. There's always technical issues. Buffering. Yeah, there's always technical issues. There's always something going wrong. So I am trying out different kinds of software and whatnot, because my goal, so I'm being a little quiet because I'm nervous. My goal is to have regular live streams over on the main NerdSync channel. So if you guys didn't know, I'm back making videos every other week, every other Friday. And I feel like in between those weeks, it would be fun to have a little live stream with a guest, someone cool, one of my YouTube friends perhaps, where we talk about the video that I made or talked about what else? Just anything, really. If there's a specific thing in pop culture that people want us to comment on, we can do that. So that kind of stuff. This is a closet. I hope it sounds good. I hope it looks at least a little interesting. We've got an LED strip because it wouldn't be live streaming without one. This is just a USB microphone, nothing fancy. I've got just this soft light in front of me with a little bit of black wrap so that it's not overly bright. You can see it's a flag. It's called a flag, but it's made with black wrap, obviously. So black wrap, by the way, is one of the coolest things in the world, and everyone who's a filmmaker or film person should have some. It's basically like aluminum foil but matte black, so you can shape it however you want, and you can stick it on stuff, and it blocks light. And so you can see the difference here between if I just had nothing, that's okay, but if I put it on, then it just kind of, it's kind of waving in the wind right now. But you can kind of see it blocks some of that light from the wall, which adds a little bit more focus on me, darkens the background a little bit. I think it's cool. Looks good, sounds good. Thanks for the comments. I can see the comments, which is very nice. Basically, what I wanted to do is I wanted to set up a live streaming scenario where I could easily have guests on, where I could easily set things up with a couple clicks, and where I could, literally start live streaming within a matter of seconds and have it go swimmingly, have it go pretty easily, without any sort of errors. So this is me attempting to do that. I'm using, and this is not sponsored in any way, but because I just spent a whole bunch of money on it, I'm using Ecamm Live, the Pro account, the Pro version, which is a ton of money. But the reason I went with the Pro version is because I wanted to have guests on, and this way it's kind of like a Zoom call. I can send them a link, and then they can join in, and I can do split screen stuff. Here's an example, maybe. So imagine I have a friend. It's hard to imagine, I know, but trust me, I have at least some. I don't know if this is showing up on your guys' end. For me, there's like a gray screen with a humanoid figure right around this area. And that is potentially where a guest could be. So it is like really simple split screen sharing. And I'm going to turn it back now. Goodbye. Goodbye, guest. So yeah, audio's great. Thank you so much for saying that. That puts me at ease. That guy looks gray. Cool. So you could see it. Yeah. So this is basically it. I just wanted a very, very simple thing. I didn't want anything. I don't need graphics. I don't need really anything fancy. Maybe I'll build some stuff. I did create a BRB thing, which I'll show you for a couple seconds because that's always handy to have. Here's a great test. I'm going to go to my BRB screen and I'm going to continue talking, and I hope that you can't hear me, because that would be the point. Of like, it should automatically mute stuff. But if you can hear me, then let me know. Because again, I'm just running a live stream test. So this is my BRB thing. I'm going to keep talking and hopefully I'm muted. So. And now I'm back. And that's it. So hopefully you couldn't hear me. It told me I was muted when I did that. So that's good. Other than that, really, I got nothing else. I just wanted to run this quick test. The only thing, cool, getting some feedback that you guys couldn't hear me. That's awesome. I like that it's showing me, I don't have to be in the YouTube studio. I don't have to have YouTube open to see the chat, which is awesome. I don't have to have YouTube open to see how many people are viewing it, how long I've been going, or how many people have thumbsed it up even. That's interesting. Cool. I was muted during that. I should be back now. So good. Cool. I like this. I don't know why I have my headphones in. That shouldn't make a difference. You guys should still be able to hear me. I guess I will have my headphones in when I'm talking to the other guest. And that's the other thing too, is like, because I wanted to have guests on, I wanted to obviously capture their audio. So it was just, this is basically a Zoom call that I can live stream to. And I know that Zoom, you can live stream to stuff. But I like this software. It's called Ecamm. I don't know if I said that, but I like it because of all the things that I have said. I can see the chat without having to have YouTube open. I can see the views and the thumbs ups. And I can set different scenes without having, to go through OBS to do that sort of stuff. So I can have that BRB sort of thing. So it's just kind of those two things mixed together. Now the question is, can I get the Carlin brothers to reimburse me for spending so much money on this just to do that? We'll see. No, but it's a cool program. I like it, and hopefully we can use it for stuff. I believe the first person I'm gonna have on tomorrow. By the way, I'm live streaming on the main channel tomorrow. In case you missed that, if you just showed up, every other week I'm gonna be having a new videos every other Friday, right? But then in between those, sometime during the week, depending on the guest schedule, I will have a live stream. And so the first live stream is going to be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. I might set up a scheduled stream for it, but also I feel like that's where all of my technical stream issues come up, because I'll set a scheduled live stream and then it just won't want to connect when I hit live. It'll like create a brand new one instead of using the stream that I want. So I'm just like, I don't know. There's a part of me that's just like, what if I just hit live just sporadically during the week and then hope people showed up? And it would just be dependent on whoever's schedule and my own schedule. But yeah, so that is kind of the plan. Let me know. I'm gonna be quiet for a couple seconds. This is an old computer. So this is not the computer that I edit on. This is it used to be. This is a very like a 5 or 6 year old iMac, and it is not okay like with like doing video stuff. So I'm gonna be quiet because the fan has kicked on, and let me know if you guys can hear the fan or if it's distracting at all. So I'm just gonna be quiet for a couple seconds. I hope you can't hear it. It's not super loud. Hey, new comics, that's a really good idea. I could just mention that I'll be streaming through the community tab instead, and people will know. I think that's a really good idea. Will the video be available afterwards? I think so. Unless the live streams start tanking the channel, which I don't imagine that they will. I mean, it's possible. Who knows? But unless they start tanking the channel, then I will keep them public. Unless that's a bad idea. I don't know. I would love to know everyone's thoughts about it. Not distracting. You can hear it, but barely. Some people say they can't hear it. Cool. Well, that's good. As long as it's not distracting, then that's good. I might actually just talk to some of my other YouTuber friends who do live streams frequently to see what they think, if it's better to keep them up or to just have them go private after they're all done. I don't know. That's a good question. I have some YouTubers say that it does tank the channel, so okay, that's interesting. I don't know then. It's up in the air. And maybe I'll just talk about it with the guys at the office too, see what they think. Just make them unlisted and put them in a live stream playlist. It's not a bad idea too. A lot of options. Why not stream on Twitch? I think the reason I don't want to stream on Twitch is nothing against Twitch, but mostly just because my audience is here and not over there, and I don't want to have to build something up again, even though I know it's like probably better if I like diversify where I do things. But the main reason why I even want to do these live streams is to kind of build up the community around the videos and around the channel, and to kind of make it so that people, to kind of have like a closer, like, chill thing, less edited, and have as many people join as possible. You could put them on a side channel. I could do that. I could put them on this one. This is just checking. This is on the NerdSync Sidekick. Okay, cool. I was so paranoid about accidentally streaming to the main NerdSync account. But yeah, this is just a closet, as I had said. So this iMac is old. This microphone's nothing fancy, but it should sound decent. And this room is really not sound treated at all. Although it is funny. I bet I could probably move the camera with me if you want to see. Oh, the cable's not that long. Never mind. I was going to move you around to show you around the room, but right where I'm standing is so the computer's on a shelf. Underneath the shelf, wall to wall in here, wall to wall, from the floor to the right under the shelf is just nothing but sound foam, and none of it's on the walls. But I've got one square right there, but it's just a ton of sound foam from the old office, because now we have big, beefy acoustic panels instead of foam, which are just, they look better. they make it sound better. But yeah, so theoretically, I could put a lot of this sound foam up, especially right behind me. I could spend some time doing that just to make sure that my voice is not as reverby. I don't know if it is reverby. I don't know if you can hear a lot of reverb and whatnot, but I think Hopefully it should sound good. If there is reverb, again, we have so much sound foam, I could just easily put some up, and it wouldn't be a big deal. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And I'm just looking for some more chat. Who needs sound foam? We want to hear the neighbors. So we set up this room specifically to be like a private room where people could do live streaming or take personal phone calls with. But the walls are really thin right here, and like right outside of this wall is just the main office. So I feel like if I just do this during the day and I don't put sound foam up, everyone's going to be able to hear it. So we'll figure out. Audio is terrific. Cool. I sound good. Cool. I still might put some up just to see if I can dampen any sort of, it traveling to the other room. It's also incredibly warm in here already. This is good to know. Whew. So I'm going to need lots of water. This has been the most challenging thing because this is a closet. There are no outlets in here. So we are having to run extension cables under the door to get all this stuff working, to get those lights going. I'm pointing in the wrong way. To get those lights going here. Sorry, I'm looking at my camera and it's all mirrored, so everything's backwards for me. Yeah, to get those lights, to get the computer, obviously. This light is a battery, so hopefully it doesn't run out on me. You sound pretty good. Well, that's good to know. I'm so particular about two things in my videos, audio and color. And both of those things, I do not know what I'm doing. So I don't think my audio, I have to apologize for, especially when we move into a new space, all of my videos are going to sound different and look different from video to video until I find something that I'm happy with. So like I'm re-exporting my new video. I've got a brand new video. It's going up for patrons hopefully tonight. It's about Invincible. The show. There will be spoilers, not in this stream. I will not talk spoilers right here, but in the video there will be some spoilers. But anyway, so I'm re-exporting it for like the fourth time because I keep changing how the audio sounds and changing my color grading. So like I just want everything to be like perfect, and I'm just like I just tweak things here and there. So yeah, I'm sure the foam will really help with the heat. Good point, William. It probably will trap in all of the heat, but we'll see. You've been marathoning my videos? Well, thank you. I hope they're good then. This is cool. I like this. This is exactly as simple as I want live streaming to be. I hit a button. The audio sounds good. I can invite a guest on. Let's get that gray guy back in here. How's it going? What's going on, gray man? And then I could kick him out if I don't want him. I can see the chat. I can see the likes. I can see the views. I've been going for 18 minutes and 50 seconds. So all of this is cool. I like this. If you're in it, it'll be perfect. Aw, thanks, Amy. I didn't want to live stream for too much longer, but if you guys have any questions, since you're all here, and I really appreciate you being here, if you have any questions, we'll do a rapid fire Q&A just for like another 3 to 5 minutes, and then I can get out of here. But yeah, let me know. It's really funny. I bet I can at least show you this. So this is a comic rack that I've used a lot, and I used it a lot in my Captain America video, where I had a whole rack of Captain America comics, and I have them all still, but they're on the third shelf here, and they're lined up in a way that it just says, ah, it's just screaming. America. I thought that was pretty funny. Um, just wanted to pop in and say hi. I love your videos. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who's watching my videos, especially lately. As and I mentioned this, I've mentioned this before, but just all of the everyone who watches my stuff now that I'm back doing more frequent uploads means a lot. Trying to get the channel back to where it was. Who will be the guest for tomorrow's stream? It's gonna be my buddy. Let me double check. Where did I put my phone? Here, perfect example. I will be right back, and I'm gonna put this "be right back" screen on. Ta-da! You never knew that I was gone. It's gonna be my buddy, the Arcadeologist, and so that'll be very fun. I tweeted out if I had any YouTube friends who would want to come on, and a lot of people did, but Kevin was the first here. Now I'm second guessing because I know the Arcadeologist, and he's been in my videos, and we chat a good amount, and I'm pretty sure his name is Kevin, but now I'm second guessing myself, and that's not a great sign. All right, let's see. I don't have any questions, but I want to say that you've been one of my favorites since I was a freshman in high school. Now I finished my first year of college. That's awesome. I was in my second year of college when I first started doing YouTube videos. I think maybe I was in my first year. No, it's definitely my second year. Yeah. I remember that dorm. I started filming in my dorm too. My roommate hated it because I had to kick him out every time I wanted to record. How many hours a week to work for yourself and for SCB? Is it a good balance? So currently, the reason why I'm back doing YouTube videos every other week is because I don't have to edit videos for SCB anymore since they got a new editor, Riley, who's been taking over and has been doing a bang-up job. And so now I'm back doing NerdSync full-time. It's basically like a regular old 9 to 5. Sometimes a little later for me, just because obviously it's past 5 right now, 5 Eastern anyway. It's 5:40. And I'm here alone in the office. And that's fairly typical. I feel I will tend to stay later and work on my stuff just because I have a very particular, perfectionism with my stuff, so hence me doing a test stream before I went for the full one, or staying late to make sure that videos are exporting, or I have more time to work on the music or something. So I do work on my stuff a little later. You have made me very happy during a bad time in my life. Well, hey, Connor, I hope things are getting better for you, but I'm glad my videos could be a good, positive influence. So I know you're a comic guy, but are you a video game guy as well? I asked because I would love to see your take on Horizon Zero Dawn comic series, but you need to play the game to get it at all. So I'm video game adjacent. I'm not a gamer, right? I'm not a capital G gamer, but I do play a fair amount. I think I play a fair amount of video games. They're just not necessarily AAA title video games. I've played a lot of Hades. I think I've played over 100 hours of Hades. That's my favorite game of all time. And I love it so much. I'm still playing it. I was playing it last night. It's so fun. I don't think there has ever been a more fun game. Period. I've also played over 130 hours of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I guess that's like a AAA title just because it was made by Nintendo. Does Nintendo count as AAA? I don't know. But I don't typically play a lot of big budget, open world sort of Horizon Zero Dawn games. But I've only heard that Horizon Zero Dawn is very, very good. Let's just go for a couple more minutes here. With your Bob Ross painting, did you plan to hide it from the start, or did the idea come later? That's a great question. I did plan to hide it from the start. In fact, when I was talking to the Carlin boys about getting all of the materials into paint, I was like, I kind of told them like, hey, I want to get all these like oil paints and these canvases and these brushes, and I want the whole toolkit to make a painting, but I'm not going to show anyone my painting at the end of it. And so I was like, if that's a waste of money, then I can just fake it. We don't have to get it. I can just pretend to paint, and then the message will hopefully come across. Because I know I don't want to waste money in the budget to paint something that is not going to be shown on camera. But when I told them that idea of like, I want to paint it and not show it, they were very extremely supportive of that, and they were like, yeah, 100%, let's make that happen. So I planned it from the start, and we got all the supplies in to do it, and I really did paint it. And the only way to see it is if you work here, I guess. So only a handful of people have ever seen it. And that's how it's going to be. I mean, obviously now there's a little sliver of it in my set. Am I watching Eurovision? I'm not. I feel like I should be, but I'm not. I feel like I'm missing out on a big slice of culture. But I'm playing Hades instead. I don't know what to tell you. Are there a bunch of clones of you? I think there's only the one. And, oh, dang it. I left him in the dungeon when we changed offices. That's no good. I'm sure he's fine. Definitely missed you. You're my favorite bald comic book YouTuber. Hey, thanks. I know there's actually genuinely a fair amount to choose from. So the fact that I'm the best one, that's good. What? The Sidekick channel? Yeah, that's right. It's always a special occasion when I see NerdSync videos come up. I make a whole evening out of it, no matter how frequently the videos come out. Quality is top notch. Well, hey, thanks, Wes. I appreciate it. New videos every other Friday. That's the plan. My next one's already done, as I said. It should be up for patrons tonight, hopefully, if I can get it uploaded. It's been exporting. It's a shorter one, but it's about Invincible. So here's your warning. If you're watching this right now and you're like, I want to be prepared for the next NerdSync video, it's about Invincible, the cartoon, and a little bit of the comic as well, but I don't spoil anything in the comic that hasn't already happened in the cartoon, and I really mostly just talk about the cartoon. So if you want to be prepared and you haven't seen Invincible yet, highly recommend it. It's an Amazon original, Amazon Prime cartoon. It's great, and I like it a lot. You don't need to judge your status by what the channel was. Just focus on what you want it to become and how close you are. Well, thanks. Hopefully we can build something bigger and better than it was. And in fact, my Invincible video talks a lot about the plans for the future of this channel. So, not this channel. This is the Sidekick channel. Anything could happen here. But yeah. What musical artists are like musical comfort food for you? That's a good question from Benjamin. I don't know. I mean, Motion City Soundtrack is my favorite band ever, so listening to them is always like very, very nice. Let me look at what I've been listening to lately. I don't know. I've been just getting recommendations and just kind of listening. Maisie Peters is one that I've been listening to a lot. Sarah Kay's is one that I've been listening to a lot. These are like, I don't even know if these are like big recognizable names, but I've been just listening to them like crazy. Scott, but with a K, Skott. Another one. So those are some of what I've been listening to a lot. I don't know if anyone knows who those are. Maybe they're super popular and I don't know. But Very, very good. Been on repeat for me. Thank you for what you do. What have you enjoyed most about living on the East Coast? So I grew up on the East Coast. I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, and so it feels familiar to me. But I grew up closer to the beach than I am now. I'm obviously in the mountains, so beach is a little bit further away. But I like the East Coast. I like the West Coast to visit, but the East Coast will always feel like home to me, I think. Have I played Spider-Man PS4 and or Miles Morales? I have not played Miles Morales, but I have played Spider-Man PS4. It's very good. I really like it. Since I've moved here 2 years ago, I don't think I definitely haven't turned on my Xbox. And I think I've turned on my PlayStation a handful of times just to beat God of War, and I really liked that game as well. But I almost exclusively play on Switch ever since I got a Switch. 100% would take quality over quantity. I love Scott's videos. They are some of the best on YouTube. Well, thanks. Like I said, new videos every other Friday, so hopefully that strikes that right balance of, I'm not making multiple videos a week, but I'm making them consistently, and 2 weeks is hopefully enough time for me to make something good. So you can be the judge of that, quality-wise. Hello, how have things been with you? Just joined the live. You mentioned an Invincible video. Is that perhaps coming up soon? Yeah, Austin, that's my next video. It's going to be live on Patreon, hopefully later tonight, and then on YouTube next Friday. So, have fun. What do you do with SCB now that you don't edit? What's your role on the team? My role in the team is to do NerdSync stuff. SCB bought NerdSync 2 years ago, so NerdSync is SCB stuff, so that is my role, is to make NerdSync profitable, basically. They've invested a lot in my channel, and so now it is up to me to make sure that there's some sort of return on investment there. So hey, thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon. Really appreciate that. Thanks for putting up with all the ads in the videos. I appreciate that. There will not be an ad in this next video, which I'm fine with, because it's a little personal. And it would feel weird slapping an ad on it. Anyway, I also serve as like the kind of like in a sort of producer role. So if the guys want to do something, me and Riley will try and make it look the coolest and the best that it could be. So for example, the guys, their podcast, the video version of their podcast, was a lot of work by everyone around here to like film the intro and to get the visuals to look good and that kind of stuff. And then also just make this whole place run smoothly. So Jordan mostly makes the place run smoothly, but production wise, Riley and I help a little bit. How did you get to know Tulok? Are there any specific YouTubers you want to do a crossover with in the future? First I saw was the crossover with Philosophy Tube. How many people should Superman save? Man, that was ages ago. I got to know Tulok because I made a Dungeons and Dragons video last year, and I found his content and I shouted it out in the video because I thought it was very good, and I was not expecting him to see it or to tweet about it. And now I would consider us pretty good friends. And we've been trying to coordinate a time to meet up in person at some point in the future and just hang out. And we occasionally play video games together on the weekends. And that's very fun. I think Tulok is great. He's probably the coolest, one of the coolest YouTube friends that I know. I'll do like 3 more questions if there are any. Do you have any recommendations on building a comics/movie superhero channel? I've got many, like, if you want like tech stuff, like here's the kind of lights and things that you should buy, but also just in terms of like try to find an angle that no one's really tackling in the space, which I know is really hard, but if you find an angle that people have tackled but you think you can do it better, that's another way to do it. And I think the biggest thing is just keep it going, just get started, just get going. Make some cool stuff. Also, you don't have to, this just goes for any sort of YouTuber or content creation. You can just make a video and just to see if you like it, and you don't even have to upload it. You can just say like, ooh, I'm going to try and edit it, and I'm going to put all my energy and effort into it, and if I like it, then cool. And if I don't like it, then, well, hey, that was practice that no one ever gets to see, and I'm going to try again. So you can do as many rough drafts that don't make it to the internet as you want. Or you can just start posting stuff if you're confident. I was super confident when I started my channel. I don't know where all that confidence went, because nowadays, every time I'm about to post a new video, I'm like, oh, people aren't going to like this. Oh, this is going to suck. Back then, I was making horrible videos that are just terrible. Like, I'm talking about like really early days of NerdSync. I'm not talking like, 2016, 2017, all of that stuff was like, but like, I'm talking 2013 NerdSync, where I'm just like, oh my, what was I doing? But I was super confident about it, and I don't know where all that confidence went. Now I'm just like, I don't know. Does anyone care anymore? Do a crossover with Thought Slime. I would love to. We have a mutual friend. I mean, we follow each other on Twitter, but we have a mutual friend, Tristan, obviously from Step Back history, and they do stuff together, as well as Tristan and I do stuff together. Here's a little spoiler for the future. Tristan and I are recording a podcast that's going to be very fun. We've got like 7 or 8 episodes recorded, and it's a very fun time. It's the highlight of my week when we get to do it. I actually have multiple podcasts hopefully premiering this year at some point, but we shall see. Why are there 36 people watching? Anyway, I'm going to find the best final question. Here we go. I watched some old NerdSync videos the other day, and it was weird. It is weird. Here's a good question. Yeah. Ever consider doing little clips on TikTok? I found some real cool comic nerds on there, like Straw Hat and others. So I've thought about doing a lot, like putting some of clips on TikTok. My issue is, as it always is, brevity. I am so bad at making that whole tea sketch that I had in my Superman costume video that just went up recently. I wanted that to be a TikTok, but it's too long and I didn't know how to fix it. So like my issue is that I can't make things brief enough for TikTok to even try and do it, unless I very specifically want to create TikTok specific videos, which I actually do have. I discovered, I was going through some like old research stuff from like 2016, and I found a series of videos that I wanted to do that were supposed to be very short and snappy answers to questions that people might have. And this was back when I was doing like way more specific comic book content, but I still might revive it. It would be questions like, what was the first ever digital comic? Or why are comic books the shape and size and dimensions that they are? What was the first ever splash page in a comic book? Like very simple questions that I could hopefully answer in under a minute. And I never got around to doing that video series on YouTube. So if that sounds interesting and there are enough questions that could keep it going, then maybe I'll do something like that for TikTok. But I want to make sure that I'm not stretching myself too thin. I want to get YouTube back in a rhythm first, and I don't want to have this extra pressure on my plate of like, no, now I have to do YouTube and TikTok, and I have to worry about both of those things while also trying to, do, live streaming and a podcast that I'm doing in my spare time and all this other stuff. So like, I'm trying to pace myself a little bit. We'll see. The T skit could have been a Quibi. Thank you, Owen. Just talk faster. It's so weird because like I think that I talk fast and then I'll review footage and I'm just like, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Anyway, I think TikTok would really help you. You're funny, knowledgeable, and relatable. You'll do great. We'll see. TikTok can be more casual. I just don't know what to make a TikTok about, to be honest with you. I don't even watch TikTok, really. I do, but I don't do it on my own phone. So you know how like TikTok has an algorithm that determines what it shows you? So I have a two-part algorithm, which is the TikTok algorithm, which, dictates what it shows to my partner, Emily, and then Emily will just filter through all of those and show me what she thinks are the best ones. So I've got like two algorithmic filters of like TikTok, and then that has to pass through Emily, and if that passes through Emily, then she will show me the TikToks, but I don't ever use it on my phone because I don't have to, because I got Emily. She'll just show me the best ones. But yeah. Anyway, see, just chop clips from larger videos if you want to put something on TikTok. So I want to do that, but again, like I don't have. I mean, maybe you can tell me if I'm right. If you guys see something in a video, how long is a TikTok? Like a minute? I don't even know. I just assume it's a minute. But if you guys see something in a video that's a minute or under that you think is like a really funny thing that could be on TikTok, just tell me, because I'm not looking out for that kind of stuff. But if you're like, hey, Scott, from this time to this time, clip it. That's a good TikTok. Then I'll be like, okay, cool. I will do that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. You introduced me to Dimension 20. Now I can't stop watching those videos. I've pretty much stopped watching everything else except some YouTubers. Dimension 20 is the best. Love them. Love them. Also, we have... This is what I will end on. I will end this live stream. Speaking of Dimension 20, if you don't know, I am on a D&D podcast called Late to the Party. It's available wherever you can get your podcasts from. And right now, as I'm talking, we have special guest star Brennan Lee Mulligan on playing with us in a little one shot. It's like a 3-part adventure. It's incredibly funny. He's charming, he's the best, and the rest of us are also there playing D&D. So do that. Go listen to it. It's a fun time. Plus, we're starting up season 2 of Late to the Party really, really soon. So get excited. Go listen to it. It's a fun time. It would mean a lot to me if you guys would listen to that if you're interested in D&D at all or podcasts at all. That'd be great. Anyway, yes, I know I said I would go talk for like 5 minutes and then I talked for like, 30 minutes. Whatever. They upped it to 3 minutes, I think. That can't be true. Or else I would have posted stuff. Maybe it is true. I'll look into it. All right, gang. This whole scene sucks butthole. That's a good TikTok. I could do that. People could remix it. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I've been live streaming for 44 minutes. And I gather that it will probably take me another minute to shut this whole thing down, so we will end at exactly 45 minutes. All right. Thank you so much for showing up and just doing this test. If you're here, leave a like. I don't know why. This is the second channel. Check to see if you're subscribed to the first one. And it would be cool if you had notifications on, but I get it. You have too many notifications in your life. You don't need me taking up more of it. It's fine. Let me just use these last 20 seconds to rearrange how I like having my screen, for this live streaming thing. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Tomorrow, live stream on the main channel. Very important. Tune in. 3 p.m. Eastern. All right. Bye-bye.